What's up guys, it's James from Jeeping Adventure and Off-Road Elements, and today we're going to do an awesome install. We are installing the Bestop Truck Top NX, brand new version. So there's going to be some awesome changes and we'll make sure to point those out in the video. But let's get started.
So what you're going to need to put this new Bestop Truck Top NX on, which is a lot to say, is a Phillips head screwdriver, a pair of vice grips, a ratchet with a 3/8 millimeter socket, and a 13 millimeter socket. Is that all?
Yep, and an 8 millimeter.
And an 8 millimeter. Yes, don't forget that. A 3 millimeter Allen wrench and a wrench. You also need a utility knife. We're just going to use a
razor blade.
Razor blade?
Razor blade.
Oh
Rise up lights.
We're ridiculous. And that's all you need.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is be putting this rear rail on. And what you need to do, or at least it helped me, is undo the zipper. So whenever it's up here, you can put the bolt through. But the pin will line up right here. And then you got to make sure that you move all your rubber out of the way. So that way it works out really well. It doesn't leak. That's important. But there you go. And we'll do the same thing on the other side as well. Okay, so we went ahead and zipped it back up and we're just kind of pushing it over a little and then just drop this handle in and screw it in. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, so we went ahead and installed that. Now we're going to be putting our front bracket on, which there's a little bracket that's part of the hardware they send you, and 2 Phillips head screws. So you're going to be installing that bracket before you put it on the Jeep. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. So now that we have our little bracket installed, you're going to need 2 handles. The larger one, which it's obvious, and then a smaller one. And the smaller one will go towards the back of the Jeep, the front one to the top, but let me show you real quick. Okay, when installing this again, you're going to be making sure that your rubber is not messed up on either side, like mine was. Boom. And then that's when you're going to screw the small one into there and your big one into there, just like that. So get that screwed down and we'll move on to the next step. So we're going to go ahead and put the bow pivot bracket on. What you need to do is zip your little zip down and take these 2 out, and that's where the bracket will sit. Okay, so we went ahead and undid our zipper. Now we're going to be taking this bolt off and putting this assembly on. We've already got the other side on, so just have to take this bolt off and get this finished up. Let's go ahead and place it down, bolt through, pretty simple, and tighten the bolt up. Nice and tight.
So the next step is to install the rear top arch. You have to put it in on one side and then push it up from the middle to get it to insert on this side. So you kind of need 2 people unless you're really cool and you can figure out how to do it yourself. Small technical difficulties with the instructions right now.
Slight. Okay, so that comes into this right there, and the other part is actually going to screw into another pole that goes on top. That's why we're confused, because that pole is on the top, bruh. I just got read.
Oh, a little bit better.
Can you put that in over there, girl?
I will.
Okay, so now we're just going to be putting the bow assembly on, and all it is just a little pull, and it'll go right on that tab, and you just kind of wait for it to click, and it's in. There you go. All right, so now we're going to actually put in the top on. We're going to be putting this, which is the same little snap clip, into the little hole that the bracket you put on in like the second step. So let's get that done.
I don't know which bracket it is, so we're just have to.
There's a hole.
What? Where?
Right there.
This hole?
Yes.
Okay, well that hole. That's what he's talking about.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
That's the only
I
hole.
can't see from over here.
You're right beside it.
Well, you're right. I guess that's the only hole. My bad. That hole, guys. That one. like we did with the bracket right here. You just pull this out and then wait for it to click down. And now,
on to the next one.
wait a second. I just found out that there are zipper pockets on this thing. This is like the equivalent to finding out that your dress has pockets. That's how cool this is.
I don't think I've ever had a dress with pockets.
I hope you don't have a dress that has pockets.
So the last bolts that you have, you're gonna have it go through, it's about the middle of the front bar and then into that crossbow middle section. And there's two little plastic washers that kind of pinch each other there. And then you'll have a actual nut on the end, right here. And then you'll just tighten that all up.
Oh my God, I freaking hate these birds.
You hate birds?
I hate birds.
Why? They taste good.
Well, I will kill them all.
Turkey, dove. Oh, bacon wrap, dove.
Now that's like top notch. And now we're just going to tighten them down.
That's when you need that 3mm Allen and then the 8mm socket.
Oh my God, why can't you just like speak it normally?
I'm not normal. There's something wrong with me. All right, screwed in. We're gonna go ahead and put this Velcro on the bar. So just as tight as you can. And work your way all the way down. So the next thing we're gonna do is put these little foam inserts right here. So on the other side. And then there's another little foam insert right here. So go ahead and get that one done real quick like. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get these snaps on this rear bar all the way across here. Okay, so we have two little hook and loop. We're gonna be putting it on the end of the rear bar and going all the way up to the top. Just kind of tighten that down, push against it so it stays. And then we'll also go ahead and zip this up. So we're gonna be doing these rear little latches. You go ahead and put it on in the back and just kind of work your way forward until you hear it clip.
Almost. Keep going. There you go. There you go.
There we go. And she's in. Yay! So this is one of those cool new features of this particular top, and we'll talk about it more later, but it'll keep it tight. So you just slide that in, and that's when the vice grips come in handy. You're just gonna be pinching those ends together, so that way it doesn't slide out. There you go. Just like that. Once you've pinched that over there, go ahead and put that under the screw and do the exact same thing on the other side.
It's a cable. It's called a window cable. He didn't tell you that.
All right, so I messed up like a dummy. That part that I snapped, you actually are supposed to feed it under the bar, pull it tight, and then go ahead and snap them all. So a little bit more difficult, but we'll get it done. Another awesome feature about this model, it's not just zippers at the top. They've incorporated the glide, so you can just easily slide that on, which is freaking epic. Super excited that they did that. Thank you, Bestop. So we're left with this edge right here, and we're just gonna kind of tuck that edge right in this groove here. So pull it back and then tuck it right in there.
So right now, James is having to take the, oh my God, what is that thing called? Don't say it, don't say it.
I don't know what it is.
The high lift,
Oh.
the high lift mounts off
Yeah.
because the back window will not fit with the high lift on, which kind of sucks because we don't want it on the hood or on the side. So we got it off. Like I said, don't want it on the side or the hood, so I don't know what we're gonna do.
I don't know, I might put it down here. I might just like put it in the middle, like center console, and use that as my stick shift.
Get out of here. You seriously need to figure out where it has to go.
Well, right now you're gonna carry it in your lap.
Bruh. No. We need to get it on before like sunlight ends.
All right, I guess it's time to put the actual rear window on. So that's cool. I'll go get that now. So we're gonna be sliding this top window right on this little groove here. It's feeling groovy.
Yo, I don't know how I'm married to you.
Well, I tricked you. That's how.
And it's been 9 years, and I stayed in the trick for 9 years.
A lot of sleep medicine. All right, top window is on. Now we're gonna be sliding this bar in it, and it'll be right here, like that. It'll be like that. This right here is the bottom of your window, and it's gonna slide right into the groove all the way along, like so. Pretty awesome. It's just gonna go right in to that little bracket there, like that, to pull it tight. There we go. And then we just gotta zip these windows up. Tuck it in to there. And then we'll see how we can do this. Hopefully it's warm enough and it's stretched, but we will see. I am going to be pulling these two little hooks. They go in these holes right here. So pull those, get them in the holes lined up, and then you're good. And then you should be able to close it off. All right, so obviously we got the top on. It was a little difficult just because these windows did not get enough time in the sun, but that's my fault. So whenever you're doing this, make sure you have a good day's worth of sun so you can make sure that those windows will stretch a little bit for you. But I love all the new features on this truck top. The fact that I can just flip it open with one hand. It's super tight. It is an amazing, amazing top. So thank you, Bestop. I appreciate it. Other than that, if you have any questions at all about this or anything else out of my Jeep, go ahead and throw those in the comments. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Other than that, keep the adventure going. Alright, so obviously we got the soft top on, and this is our first time driving with the soft top, and it's really not as loud as I thought it was going to be. Honestly, my exhaust hum was probably louder in the hard top than the soft top, so I'm not too worried about that, to be honest with you. Overall, I have better visibility in this than I did with my hard top. I can see behind me a lot better than I could, so that's kind of nice and convenient, and I can even see on the sides a lot better. So I'm actually glad that we ended up getting this in the end. Do you have anything to add, Taylor?
No, I like it. I'm happy.
Yeah, me too.
It looks good.
It does. It looks amazing. Bestop definitely did a good job with this one. It's super tight. It's way tighter than the original NX was. So that's kind of a really cool feature. The glide, having that glide system is really awesome. Plus there's some little pouches up here for your stuff if you want to put your pouches. Overall, they definitely stepped it up with this. So I'm glad to finally have one, and I guess it'll make it easier for me to take the top off now.
Because I don't have to help you.
I know, I can do it all by myself. Oh, and if you're still watching, I did get my high jack lift put in. So what I did is I flipped the bracket so the high lift is actually sitting closer to the back seat now, and I have to kind of get it off from the back seat, but it's not a big deal. It's not like I'm going to be breaking that out every day anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. But that answers all those questions. Can I actually run that system? Yes, because I did not want the high lift outside getting